kind. So, El Paso Congresswoman Veronica Escobar has introduced the Military Spouse Employment and Child Care Readiness Act legislation. It would direct the Department of Defense to identify ways to strengthen the military child care workforce while creating meaningful employment opportunities for military spouses. That's something that we see a lot of here in El Paso. We see so many military families, cycling in and out of the city, and it really does mess up your career. It's really hard to find trustworthy childcare.
Yeah.
And I think that this is the kind of thing that not only Fort Bliss families, can use, but also families across the nation.
Yeah, a lot of spouses pretty much have to do away with their careers.
Yeah.
Because they relocate so much.
Right.
And it's difficult to find a job where you move to if you have children to take care of when there's a lack of child care on base.
Well, and not only that, but if you go into a job interview and you say, I'm a military spouse, they immediately think, 2 years
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah.
Because that's generally how long people stay at a particular base.
Yeah.
If they move every 2 years. If they're lucky, it takes a little bit longer. But I mean, when you have a professional career and you're trying to go up a career track, that's not easy to do as a military spouse. So some of the legislation would determine the percentage of military child development care center employees who are military spouses or retired of separated service members. It could also assess the feasibility of making child care licenses and certifications more portable for military spouses.
Yeah, that would pretty much take care of both issues.
Yeah, and
right?
that's because so many places now require certifications to be a child care, worker.
Yeah.
And so if you can't take that with you, well, then that's a problem. Then you have to get recertified every place you go.
You got to wait for the paperwork. In the meantime, you're not bringing any money into your household.
Right.
So yeah, this would take care of it. Doesn't it also address like giving them the option, the ability to be able to do home daycare?
Yes. And that's another
base?
thing. Yeah, that's another thing. That's so many military spouses do that because you have so many military spouses who work and who need that child care.
Yeah.
And so you do want to try to keep your, kids on base or as close to base as possible. And then with other military families who understand the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing about, if you've ever been in the military, even just the concept of moving, because a lot of times your spouse goes way ahead of you.
Right.
And so you're stuck behind packing everything up, getting the kids ready, getting them out of school, getting their paperwork and everything. It's a lot of work being a military spouse. It really is.
And I had no idea that they had such a high unemployment rate.
Very high. Well, yeah, because
again, of the constant relocations.
Yeah, how do you get a meaningful job if you know you're going to be taking off every 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, say what you will about Congresswoman Escobar, and you will, because I see the comments on Facebook all the time.
I know.
This is really a great thing that she's doing.
This is something that's very helpful.
Done.
So I did reach out to Congresswoman Escobar's office, and she is out of town right now. She's in D.C., but coming up in the beginning part of August, she will be in town. We're going to talk to her about this particular legislation as well as the Mount Cristo Rey
deal.
Good. So we'll talk about that in August.